Hello everybody and a very warm welcome to Crafters TV. My name's Ben Moseby. How are you? Good to see you. Thanks for being here. It is Monday, just gone 5 here in the UK, and we are here for a masterclass. I'm looking forward to this show actually because we have got some items on this show which are new to me, and I feel like they're going to be new to a lot of you as well. Certainly the two collections that we are going to be looking at over the course of this show have been seen before, I believe, on HSN. They may well have been seen once before here on Crafters TV, but if they have, I wasn't here. Two fantastic collections, one called Perfect Harmony, one called Celebrate the Day, which are jam-packed full of all the elements you need to be able to create some fantastic cards. And my favourite one is this one here. It's called Perfect Harmony, and I love it because I know that they didn't make it because I was shouting about it. I feel like for ages I was going, we need like a collection that's got musical instruments in it and musical notation, all these different kind of things, and this collection has that. It's absolutely brilliant. It's stamps, it is dies, it is embossing folders, it is papers. You're going to absolutely love it, and we'll talk more about that and the Celebrate the Day in just a few moments time. Before we get into the show as well, I must just mention that with it being close to Halloween now, we have got a couple of codes for you. Oh yeah, you may not know about this. What you love to do on course on Halloween is to go trick-or-treating, right? So we've got 2 codes. So when you check out, you can either type in trick and you get a discount, or you can type in treat and get a discount. Wow. Now,
I wouldn't have cracked that code.
Huh?
I would not have cracked that code.
No, it was a hard code, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
It took me a while to, yeah. So trick or treat, but what's the discount? Couldn't tell you. Don't know. Oh. We don't know, genuinely. So you'll have to just choose one. Would you rather have a trick or a treat? Type it in, see what discount you get. And that code, or those codes, are available for you up until the end of play on Halloween. You're welcome. It is not just me, though, over the course of the next couple of hours. I'm delighted to say that the wonderful Sheena is here. And as we were chatting about before the show, Sheena, masterclass for us equals playtime for you, but also requests and questions is what we want, isn't it, really?
That's exactly what we want, because it's 2 hours, which is a luxury, broadcast in crafty terms. And So yeah, and you know me, I'm more than happy to go round the houses, round the block, round the town, round the world. I'll just go that little tangent wherever we need to go. If there's a question that's relevant, we'll go there. So just ask. I'll probably do it anyway, so you might as well give me some direction.
Yeah, I mean, Sheena loves to go on a bit of a crafty tangent, doesn't she? So
I do.
We can keep her on the straight and narrow.
I think that's creativity, though. We've got a plan. Don't worry, we've got a plan. We've got some lovely cards to go work through it for you. But, you know, you start looking and then you make little connections. I'm sure you're the same. Your little things are just little epiphanies as you're working through them.
Oh, a little epiphany.
Epiphany.
I'm going to have to go on my phone a second here because my tablet's having a bit of a tantrum. But we've got Superstar Susie on the socials tonight who says, I am way over-caffeinated.
Oh, okay.
So look out. You're on the... Oh, there we go. Just...
A cup of tea.
Okay, I'm on the pop. There we go. All good to go. Diana Harrison says, good evening, everyone from Fareham. Hello. Hello also to Vanessa in Florida. Hello, Florida. PB Brewer Martin joins us from Georgia. Hello, Elle Wilson in Arlington, Texas. And Sherry Miller says hello from a rainy Pacific Northwest. Hi also to... Oh, there's a name I've not read out before. Where's it gone? Latin Tart says hi from San Francisco Bay Area in California.
Lovely. Oh, I briefly just stopped in San Francisco. Didn't ever get there. I was going to go, but I never got there to ever visit. But I want to go. It's my plan.
If you're going to San Francisco,
be sure to wear some flowers in your hair.
Yeah. If you're going.
You knew I wouldn't know the reference, wouldn't you? Yeah, you would be. Yeah.
Like mines. Hi to Hillary and Holly the Collie. Hello and a woof to you, Holly. I saw some pictures of you, Holly Collie, out in your WALKIESs, getting a little bit MUDDY when you weren't supposed to be because you were staying in a cottage which wasn't particularly dog friendly, and a muddy dog, even more so. Hope all was fine with that. Naughty little mutt, you. Hi also to Mary Beth Doyle in Minnesota. And Jessica says, the whole reason I got this on HSN was for perfect harmony. My son is getting his master's in performance on French horn. And Jules Gordon says, I was in a restaurant today with our grandson, sat waiting for food and music playing in the background. Suddenly, an Elvis singing came on and I could visualise Belvis with his wig strutting his stuff. It made me laugh. Belvis Mesley, says Jules Gordon. Long live Belvis, eh? Long live Belvis. Hi also to Jane in Las Vegas, Pat in New Jersey, Nell Wilmink de Keizer. Have I said that right? Hello from the Netherlands to you, Nell. Thank you for joining us. Shall we have a look at this Perfect Harmony collection? And we'll get the details up for you in just a second. Let me show you some cards first of all, because this is going to be the kind of thing that you are going to be creating when you get this box home. For me, being a bit of a musician, playing a few instruments to a very average standard, this really resonates with me because I think it's wonderful. And I feel like, Sheena, I mean, certainly we haven't, over the years, haven't really done much when it comes to full collections with musical instruments and musical notation. So this is quite a standout collection, isn't it?
Absolutely. It's got some gorgeous illustrations in here, lovely stamps and dies, and you know that are very feminine but quite masculine looking, and you know, everything in between, anything you want for anybody you want. I love that. It's yeah, they're just lovely images. I love music, as you know.
Absolutely.
So I would love a card with any of this on it, and I know just about everybody I know it would be appropriate for. I just think they're lovely, lovely images. And it's lovely colour palette. It's great accessories. Look at that music thing there, that edgeables there.
The stave,
the die, that is fabulous, isn't it? Yeah, really cool. You've got everything you need to make. This is my favourite set, I've got to say as well, Ben.
Yeah,
We've both got the same favourite.
We have.
Yeah, we have.
Well, because as you know, we're both very musical, Sheena and I. It's £27.99 or dollars. And let me show you what you're going to get, because the value for money here is incredible. So let's start with the papers first of all. You're going to get 24 printed papers and 18 sheets of your linen cardstock as well. And what, again, is so lovely about this is that everything just matches beautifully. Papers are double-sided. Take a look again. We've kind of like put in here beautiful florals. We've added in like your musical notation, those staves in there as well. And then each sheet has got the instruments woven in as well. And on the reverse, look at that. You've got almost like actual musical manuscript. If you are someone who is quite musical, you might want to get your piano or guitar out and give that a play. See if it is Well, I haven't got an instrument here, and I'm not singing. It does look pretty legit, to be honest with you. But look at the beautiful florals that you're going to get. Again, beautiful notation. You've got tambourines in that picture there. You've got the saxophone. So again, you know what? If you're making cards for people who are into their music, then I think we cover off the majority of the kind of main musical instruments, if you like. You've got guitars in there, even beautiful gramophones in here as well. So if it's just sort of music lovers, you've got some beautiful papers. The colour palette's gorgeous. Look at that one. That one's almost angelic there with the harp, isn't it?
That would obviously be mine.
Yes.
Very angelic.
Yeah.
Yeah, pure of thought indeed.
I can imagine you there, sort of sat on a cloud, just
Absolutely.
You don't strum a harp, do
Strumming
you?
my harp.
Plucking away.
Plucking it, yeah.
Plucking away at your harp.
Rocking the harp.
That's it. There, that would be me there, sat at the grand piano.
Yeah.
Doing my very best Elton John impression. Got the beautiful, I mean, that, depending on what size, I mean, that could be, looks like a double bass, that one,
Does
actually.
look like a double bass. I want to imagine that one as a jazz, like a band, you know, where they keep like winking at you, you know.
Yeah, and they're like bum, 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 and they spin it round, don't they?
Exactly.
Spin. Bum, 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 bum,
And a 60s beatnik type and black sweaters and possibly a berry.
Yeah.
Nice.
Berry as well. Yeah, definitely. And then, that's tickled me. I'll just show you. I think these are the reverse sides. There you go. Some of the reverse sides. You've got more of the patterns coming through. Oh, I love that as well. Look at that, like the pile of musical manuscript.
Yeah.
I absolutely love this collection. So anyway, those are your beautiful papers. You're getting 24 of those. 18 sheets of your linen cardstock as well. And isn't it perfect that all of the colours that we give you here beautifully colour matched to all of the papers, so you don't have to go any further than this box to make sure that you've got your mats and layers absolutely sorted. Then as we delve into the box, look at all the goodies that you're going to get in here. So, stamps and dies. We've got guitars. We've got your trombone, French horn, and then you've got your clarinet there as well. A bit of acapulco.
Acapulco, strangers on the shore. Shoo, shoo. Shoo, shoo. Club singer style.
And then you've got the stamps there as well. The sentiments are brilliant. Don't fret. You're a classic. And this one here, forget your trebles.
Oh, come on, get happy.
Come on.
I like it.
Forget your trebles, get happy. Then you've got your beautiful floral beat. So you've got your big bass drum there.
Yeah.
And one of your, is that a snare drum? I don't think it is. It's another drum.
But it's all about the bass on that one, isn't it?
It is all about the bass.
Yeah,
no
no
trebles.
trebles.
Forget your trebles. You've got some little floral stamps in there as well and some other sentiments. I'll have to turn these round to read them. Dance to the beat of your own drum and the tempo is whatever you say it is.
I like that. Yeah, the notes are whatever they say it is when I'm singing.
Yeah, in any order. You've then got some more beautiful stamps in here. So this one, again, could be a violin, could be a viola. You've got your bow there as well. Then you've got your florals. Again, in the sentiments, you've got in perfect harmony and sing like no one is listening. You've got sentiments, stencils in here as well. So that one is a delightful damask. You've then got this really useful stencil. So whereas that one, I could imagine you might use that as a whole, here, you're going to be choosing elements from this to stencil onto your project. So again, violin, trumpet, saxophone, gramophone, you've got your bow, and then you've got your treble and your bass clef there as well. Look at me being ever so knowledgeable. Dies to go with. So you've got your beautiful harp, again, treble clef. You've got your cello or your double bass there, the grand piano. Cello, cello, who's your lady friend?
Cello, is it me you're looking for?
Cello from the other side. You've then got your musical notes, that beautiful 2D embossing fill there. That is a 6x4. Then you've got this one, which is that musical edge which Sheena was commenting on when we showed you the cards just before we opened up the box. And what's really lovely about this as well is you've then got your music in my heart. So you've got all of these different notes in here. So you've got your quavers, you've got semi-quavers, you've also got semi-quavers in there as well, which is quite nice. And then you've got the actual word there which says music. And then you can team it up with the sentiments on the back. So make your own kind of music. You are the music. Music in my heart. Speak music to my soul, and when words fail, music speaks. All of that in your box for just £27.99 or dollars if you're platinum, I think is a terrific spend. And like I say, something very different to any of the collections that we brought to you before. We do have, and we'll look at it later on, the Celebrate the Day box, but I'm keen to see what Sheena can whip up with this collection. Can you create something in perfect harmony?
Well, you know what? It's such a lovely set. Do you want to see a few cards?
Oh, yeah, some more cards would be great.
With the help of the lovely Deborah Durand we've got here for you. Do you want it on the overhead? Would that work, the overhead? So this is the one I think we want to start with. Isn't that just gorgeous? It's just so pretty. And you can change the colour scheme. The layout, I think, is really cool. But again, you can make it more muted, more browny colours. But I love that purpley tone there.
Yeah.
Or with what's in the kit there. I like that as well. It's so, it's a bit more graphic, isn't it? A bit more modern looking with the guitar there, and but works a treat. And then we've got this gorgeous one here as well, using the stencils in the background, that damask, and then the little elements and papers layered up there. So they're three cards that we can look at from this set, and I want to start with that one because I think it's very, very pretty.
Yeah.
Do you think?
I feel like certain elements of this as well you could link in with your Day of the Dead collection.
It would
like
be
the musical
perfect.
notation would work really nicely, wouldn't it?
Perfect to link with Day of the Dead. Absolutely spot on. So, so what I've got is we've got some bits prepared here. Shall we start? Well, let's cut out this this fabulous die to start with.
Yes.
And we'll get those little bits out of the way, and maybe the embossing forward. I will do that, and then we'll do a bit of colouring in. And any questions, what I'm going to colour in with, I've got the, the watercolour palette tonight. So if you've got any questions about that watercolour palette, that we brought up with Watercolour Fusion.
Oh, yes, fire them in.
That's, that is what I intend to be using, because we can do it.
I'm also keen, whilst we're doing this box as well, to find out, have we got any musicians amongst our crafters? Anyone who plays a musical instrument, or maybe you sing in a choir, maybe you're in the church choir, maybe you've sung in a band. Let us know. Do you play instruments?
No, I can't read music. Triangle. I was the triangle person at school. Yeah, the triangle.
Important.
Yeah, it was.
At the end of the song.
Like, you had to count and then keep beating. I was like, after the beat, bing!
Yeah, you missed it.
Bing! Nearly. Yeah.
You had one job, Douglas.
You had one chance, and I missed it. But I love music. I grew up when my family listened to music. The radio would be on every morning, and we'd get ready, and just listening to popular music and having different age generations within the family, quite a big gap. Yeah. I just grew up listening to loads of different
You got a bit of everything then, didn't you?
Exactly, yeah. So we've got this fabulous here that's cut out, but what we're going to do is just going to cut around that and cut it out, because obviously it's an edgeable, but we're going to just cut that out and make it the complete thing. So again, this is where you want your big scissors. You don't want your little scissors. So I'm just going to take this little bit here, and you'll see that there's a little, there's like a little guide around there, and just carefully cut that out like this, and then snip around there. So all we're going to do is just take that off there, but carefully don't snip everything separate. So just leave a little gap as you go around, and big scissors for sure, because with the big scissors you can get a nice sweep with these instead of little snippy ones. You want that nice curve. You don't want little serrated bits, and that's what can happen if you use the little fine scissors, because you might think, oh, that'll be easier, but it's actually, you get a much better result by using, you can see the big scissors there. So that's that done, that's prepared. So not only is it a great edgeable, it's just a great, and if you like scrapbooking as well, you could just keep going. You can make like a whole repeat, can't you? And just keep going like that. Any size card, that'll work. Yeah, it means it would be nonsense musically, but it'd be very pretty.
We don't mind.
We don't mind.
No.
Well, like I say, when I'm singing, it is nonsense, and not very, but what are you going to do? So we've got that prepared there, but that just shows how well these cut out. Don't think that because this is in a collection, the stamps are inferior or the dies are inferior, because it's in a box, it's a collection thing. It's not. These are all top quality. Let's work on this embossing border as well, and then we'll do it before we get to the colouring in. So we're going to put the little components together for this. Oh, why can I never get into these things when you're looking for it? All right.
Down the bottom.
Maybe sometime you can never. You seal them, they're so sticky, aren't they?
Yeah.
And then you try to get them back in the thing.
Just rip it open, get your teeth in.
Exactly. So, so I'm going to get my card here. So I'm going to use watercolour card because that is my, you could use the stamping card if you want as well. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to ink the folder up. I'm going to ink it before I put the card in. And I'm going to use a flagstone on the raised bit. So not the recessed bit, I want it on the raised bit here. So I'm just going to take this and I'm going to just take this across. And I'm not worried too much if I catch a little bit on the edge because that'll just make it a bit more distressed. That's what I don't mind that. So this one's got a little bit of a warp on it. I don't know what's happened in the box, but it's got a little bit of a curve. But when it goes through your folder, that'll not make much difference.
No.
So I've inked that up. What you can tidy it up a bit if you want, but like I said, I want this to look pretty aged and distressed. I don't want it to look like a brand new piece of musical document. You know,
You want it to look like the kind of thing that like Mozart or Bach might have put together.
Exactly.
Or a bit of Beethoven.
Yeah, you might be queuing up at the Antiques Roadshow with it. You know?
Yes.
Praying that you kind of like, yeah. And they say, oh yeah, it's worth like, you know, a £5. Great, yeah. That's pretty much what I thought. That was a Fraser quote. You know, when I say I love Fraser.
Yeah.
Fraser, yeah.
Oh, Frasier.
Frasier, yeah, I love that. So I'll pop that in there like that. We'll pop that, get rid of that off there. Let's see what we get if we put that through there. And I think I might have the right sandwich. If not, it might have been that one, but my brain's kind of like, we'll see. Oop, well, no, I think that was the right one. It's very distressed.
It is.
Look at that.
I like it.
Whoa, trade distress, but that's okay because we can work with that.
Yeah.
I mean, so take your time, put less ink on, and flatten. Once this has been used a few times, that'll flatten out. It's just a little bit bold. The more you use it, the more that'll flatten out a bit. So I just need to trim that down, and then I'm going to ink it up a little bit. So again, we don't want those little edges, you know, those where this actually expands beyond the width of the folder. I think you need to go edge to edge on that so that you've got a nice, clean finish on it. Oh, I did put a lot of ink on this, didn't I? Here's the thing as well. In the studio, there's ink pads.
Yeah.
And some of them are brand new.
You never quite know what you're going to get though, do you?
No, and some of them aren't as new. So I happened to have picked up a brand new one, it appears. It's rather juicy, rather inky. So just be aware, and I would say use an older ink pad.
Our ink pads are like a box of chocolates.
Yeah, I was like a box of chocolates. Yeah,
Never
exactly.
know what you're going to
Run,
get.
Sheena, run! So, so what I'm going to do to make it look even more aged, and it's like, yeah, it's very, very aged. Oh, you know what I've just thought?
What?
That was that side. We'll do it on this side.
You're going to go
instead.
again?
Yeah, I'm going to do it again. I'm going to go this side because that's actually the reverse side. So I'm going to do it like this.
Okay. Just whilst you're inking that, we can say, loads of you.
That's better.
Come in, yeah, there we go. A little bit more
better.
subtle. Hi, Susan Ware. Hi, Trish Lestelle. Trish, saw your craft along make from Sheena's craft along earlier. She's tagged you in it, Sheena, on Facebook. So thank you for that.
Oh, brilliant.
And hi to Sarah, who says, good afternoon, Ben, Sheena and crew. Looking forward to the masterclass. Mary Shaw's with us, Jean F. And Hilary says, Ben, I let Holly play in the lock, so she got clean. Naughty Holly. These collies, eh? I used to play the clarinet, says Sarah, in the marching band, and now I play the piano. This collection takes me back to my high school days. And Maria Cooper says, hello from a cosy log burner, living room in Evesham. Love from Willow, age 7, and a little bit, and my mummy.
Thing is, we haven't learned to regulate the log burner yet. So,
so is it like a...
Yeah, it's like a foundry in there.
Sauna. Like a foundry.
You could do like, we could like forge swords in the living room.
Like glass blowing and all sorts.
Yeah, literally, it is like, yeah, exactly, glass blowing, you know, from the telly. Oh, we're watching what's on tonight, pet? Oh, yeah, bit of glass blowing, forge, hammer, anvil. Yeah. I'm not saying it's warm, but we can't have company anymore. We've kind of repelled all our friends because they walk in and go, oh, how are you standing in here?
That
we have to open the doors.
So funny. I was thinking more when you said that. I was sort of imagining like a Swedish sauna, but it's even hotter than that.
Oh, it is hotter than that. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. We could power the street.
Oh my goodness.
So what I'm doing now, Ben, is I'm aging this with a little bit of the old water reactive, and Sandstone's lovely because it's like it's a warm, pale, like creamy beigey colour. So, and this one's quite dry. You know when you say like you don't know quite what you're going to get?
Yeah.
And to be honest, this was the way I should have done it. I inked it up on the reverse and I should have done it this way.
This colour, what did you say it's called? Sandstone?
Sandstone,
This is the one, because I started learning piano, when did I start learning? Oh, probably like 1987, 88. And I remember my piano teacher, bless her, Phyllis Witchell she was called, and all of her like music, I always like marvelled at it because it wasn't like new textbooks, it was all of this like old, proper like manuscript that I almost imagined like she'd got from like Beethoven or someone.
Yes.
And this is the exact sort of colour you get
original
it in. Yeah.
manuscript, yeah, exactly. Yeah, so you can you see how that's made that much more mellow.
Yeah.
And you can have fun, you can do that, and then you can drop some little water, drop this on that. You could put little rings of like stain or something, like a tea stain. You know, you could just like ink little bits, sides of anything, circular up, and just put them across there and just have it. Oh, it's not even. This ink pad is not very. Yeah, it's not going to work. But that's what you would do to get a bit more colour on that. But it's really dry. But yeah, you could just do all of that and drop a little bit of water. You put a little bit more, colour on there, and then drop some water and full bleach it, and just have fun with it. But make it darker around the outsides. I think that looks better.
Yeah.
And then just go from there. You could maybe pop a little bit. Let's pop a little bit. Let's go darker again. Let's make it really age. So if you use something like the seal brown around the outside, that'll make it look again even more, aged. As you will be watching me for 2 hours, it'll be a natural progression for you. So and again, don't be scared to.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, scrunch
Definitely.
it and crunch it.
And then you can then stick it down. It looks even more aged like that. You can see it's got little wrinkles and crinkles over it.
Love that.
And then you've got like little creases in there, and just looks a lot more vintage, doesn't it, rather than a brand new white piece of card. So that was just a fun little bit. As it's a masterclass, I like to add the little bits in if we can.
Yeah.
So we've got the music, we've got the
stave.
The stave, and then we've got what we need to do is do the floral elements. We've got the papers. Let me show you the papers I've got ready here. So that is going to stick onto there, which I can do. I'll trim it down and make that fit in a minute. We'll cut that down and put it within that constraint there. And then we've got the backing paper, and this is the pretty purple with the coordinating backing. But you can see how I haven't wasted anything.
Yeah.
The oval's been cut out of the centre. There you go. So you're not wasting any of your card, because you won't see it. That's going to stick onto there like that as a layer. Now, if you want to, because these papers are, they're not shiny, you could put a bit of ink on there if you want as well. But I don't think it needs it, because I think we've already got a little bit rather distressed there. So what I'm going to do, Ben, is I'm going to trim this down, which is not very exciting, get that to fit within that little bit there, and stick that all together, and then we'll regroup.
Well, whilst you're trimming, I've got loads of comments here. This is lovely. Crystal Hodges says, Ben, you and Sheena are proving one of my favourite sayings, that there is a song for everything. When Sheena and I am on, when Sheena and I are on, there's always a song. We can always come up with a song. I know our Susie says, I know about your daughter. You say, where's that comment gone? I just lost it. Oh, my tablet keeps updating itself at really annoying times. I'll come to it in a second. Anyway, Alexander says, bought the watercolour palette today. I spent far too much over birthday, but I couldn't resist this. All Things Wonderful says, I played violin at school and was in the orchestra. I was awful. It sounded like a bag of cats. I play the violin also. I mean, I haven't picked one up for years, but it's one of those instruments, isn't it? Like the violin.
Oh,
if you're not good at it.
Oh, when you're learning. Yeah.
Bad. At least with the piano, it's always in tune, isn't it? You hit the note, it's always going to be in tune.
Yes.
In addition to the clarinet, says Sarah, in playing the clarinet in marching bands, I played the saxophone in the jazz band and I sang in my church choir. I knew you guys would be all very musically talented. Grace says, I play piano. I used to play violin and flute as well, but I've forgotten how to play those as it's been a long time. And Alison says, try lugging a cello, Ben, on a school bus along with your textbooks. I missed the bus a few times because I dropped things. 4 years of that as a team was enough for me to say, no more. I was the same, because I had all my school bags, and then some days I'd have like violin and guitar lessons, so I was carrying my violin and a classical guitar around, plus school bags. Yeah.
Wow, you were like a one-man band. I bet you could make a bit of money before you got to school there. Did you have the rope on your foot and do the boom, boom, boom with
cymbals on my knees.
Yeah.
Hi to Altje in Alblasserdam in the Netherlands, and Sarah Muir says, I played the flute at school but didn't carry it on after leaving. I couldn't read music but made my own tunes up, which my music teacher encouraged me to keep going. And Christine Mahoney, notes / half notes equals quavers. Yeah, so you've got your little round thing like that, which is like a semi-breve, isn't it? And then you have your note with the hole in it like that, which is your minim, which is 2 beats. Then you've got your crotchet, which is 1 beat. And then you've got your quavers, which are 2 quavers make a crotchet. Then you go from your crotchet to your, your quavers to your crotchets. Then you go your semi-quavers to your quavers. And then from semi-quavers, it goes to demi-semi-quavers, doesn't it? And then from there, it goes semi-demi-semi-quaver. Then it goes demi-semi-demi-semi-quaver.
Are you having me on?
No, it's a true story.
Demi, you're rapping, aren't you? You're just rapping. You're just like making it up.
So,
Demi,
so if it's 4 beats in a bar, it's your semi-breve. Then you can have minims. 2 minims equals 4 because they're 2 beats each. And if it's 4 beats in a bar, you could have 4 crotchets because they're a beat each. And then two of your quavers make a crotchet. 4 semi-quavers make a crotchet. And then that's how it works, Christine. Anyway, I'll shush now.
Wow.
I'm impressing myself. You guys just don't understand.
Just don't get it. Can you tell that these ones that don't read music has just gone silent and gone?
Yeah.
No clue, no reference.
Like on that page there. I'm going to come over now and show you. No, I just want to have a quick look at it.
Right. Do you know what it said? Are you going to sing it? Does it mean something? Are you going to sing this?
No, I'm not going to sing it. It doesn't look.
Is it nonsense?
I can't. So then you've got quaver, so that's A, E, and it goes up to, I don't know what that is, like a G down to a C. But those are quavers, and then you've got crotchet there. So that's, it's upside down.
Oh, well, put it on upside down. Yeah. Can you tell how good I am at reading music? Hello, quite the maestro. Yeah. I may conduct that orchestra someday, can you imagine?
I can tell you, actually, interestingly, or not interestingly, this is actually a waltz here.
Is it?
Yes, because it's in 3/4.
Yeah, I knew that.
Yeah, because there's 3 beats in a bar.
Of course
there's
there
3
is.
crotchets there, so it's 3, and then there's 3 crotchets there, so 3 beats in a bar. Yeah.
So it should be waltzing.
Yeah, it should be waltzing. Yeah, waltzing Matilda.
Right.
Anyway.
But it's upside down.
Yeah, it's upside. I don't know what that is now.
People will be falling all over, won't they, with that one?
I quite like that, though.
Yeah, well, it can be. Yeah, I knew what I was doing.
I know, you were just abstract.
I like to do that.
That's what we're going for.
Exactly.
Abstract.
I know. I don't think it'll come off. I'm going to leave it there. I like it upside down. I like it upside down. It's brilliant. That was my plan.
Leave it as it is.
I think it is, yeah. So that's going to go across there like that. Yeah?
Yep.
This little guy's going to go here like this. So the ovals and things going to sit there. That's very nice. But you know what the thing is? It's a layout you can use time and time again, can't you? Just change the elements. And these little things here I've cut out, stamped them and cut them out. So this is all that's what we're going to do. So we're going to colour in now, but we're in the bulk of that card. Have we not? Mm-hmm. And displayed that I have no musical knowledge whatsoever, just lyrics.
That's it. That's all you need, though.
Lyrics, that's
lyrics
it.
Is fine.
Yeah. Right then, so what I've got here is this watercolour palette. Right, now you've got a ridiculous amount of colours in this palette. There's loads of them. We've got
Wowee.
48 to be precise in this palette here. So the thing is it's nice to have. These are fantastic. But what I would also say is when you get yours, use that to refer to, because you can see what the colours are called and everything like that. And, you know, you've got your standard, your burnt umbers, your ultramarines and all that kind of stuff. But make yourself a real palette and a paint palette. And if you've got time and patience, just write the numbers on there, because that there, look at how much more vibrant they look to those ones. Those are more exciting every day of the week than the printed version. Yeah. Because what you're getting is that dull printer's ink, whereas here you're getting the real thing. So make yourself a palette. Now, the other thing I've done is I have foraged a little tin. I found a tin, and it doesn't matter, even a round tin is going to work, and that's why I used a round tin. Rectangular tin. So if you've got, you know, like your mint, Altoid mint tins, they're perfect.
Yes. Altoid mints.
They're perfect if you can get what, it's really sad. I've got to tell you, I bought
what was in
this
the tin?
one. It had like bouncy putty in it. And I saw the tin. I wanted to use it last time it was here on the show.
The sort you stick your finger in to make funny noises?
Oh, it's like, and this is the stuff that Nicola and just had so much joy from that I gave her the Nicola. Just bouncing it and playing with that stuff, yeah. So what I've done is I've taken 8 colours out of my palette. And this is what I would advise you to do, right? So I'll show you the colours I've taken out, because it just makes sense. I've taken out warm and cool colours from all of your primaries, right? So if you look at this, because it's a masterclass, I think this is perfectly fine to do this.
Yeah, absolutely.
I've taken a carmine and vermilion. Now that's what we call, you know, we say like a cool red and a warm red. So this is a cool red because it's more pinky. Think a cool red is like a rose, a pinky side of it. If you add water, it's going to go pinky rather than red like Santa's suit red. So if you look at this, see how that's really, really pinky, isn't it? It goes really pinky. And the other one, this one here, this vermilion, that's like Santa's suit red, so much warmer. Okay? Yeah. And I've done the same with the blue. So I've got a Prussian blue and ultramarine. So if you look at these two here, ultramarine is a warmer blue, Prussian's like a cooler blue. You can see, imagine that going towards turquoisey and greeny, can you not mix it? Or is that just me? So, but just know, if you want them, I'll tell you these colours again, if you want to make a mini palette. And then I've also got a warm and a cool yellow, and I've got brilliant yellow, and I mustn't have written that one down, which one? I think I did use brilliant yellow, and I might probably use yellow. I think I used pollen and brilliant yellow. Can you see where pollen is much warmer and this one's more lemony? So again, a warm and a cool one of that. And then what I added is I added a green, that was a good mid-green to mix, which is a deep forest, which is kind of close to vermilion, yeah? And then I've added a burnt umber, which is there, and that's it. Now, the reason being, if I add ultramarine and burnt umber together, I can make virtually a black. So with all just those little things there, 'cause sometimes you just want to carry stuff around. So say you don't want to take your full big palette anywhere, but you want to play with your paints, you've got everything you need here. All right?
Yeah.
So let me show you, for example, this one here is the ultramarine. So I'm going to take that out, and you can use a mixing palette, or you can just use your glass mat. But if you've got that fabulous wibbly wobbly mixing palette, use that, or even the lid. If you haven't stuck the little colour chart to your lid. And then I'm going to, is it that one there? The brown. So if you mix these two together and you get like a 50-50 mix, can you see how you've got that virtually like that dark charcoal? It's just almost black. Can you see? So you think you've got everything you need in there, including, and because a lot of people say that black's too black, but that's a really lovely dark colour that we can use there. So that's what I'm going to use to paint this little guy here, this little composition. So I'm going to mix a purple, and we'll do the background. So I'm going to mix some of this brighter red, so this carmine pinky red. I'm going to mix it there, take a little bit out, always wet, and then take the colour out like this. In fact, give them a little spritz before you start. And then I'm going to take this ultramarine again, and look at how pretty that purple is. Isn't that gorgeous? And if you want a bit more bluey, just add a little bit more of the blue. Yeah. And you've got a really lovely purple. So if I want to give this violin a nice halo around the outside, I'm going to take some water and just water to start with. Oh, well, should have cleaned my brush. Hang on. Just water around the outside like this, and I'm going to do one side and then come to do the other. And just work around like this, just again with the water. And I'll stop maybe there.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do is this wet on wet kind of background technique. So you've got the card with the water, the colour already wet there, and then if you just drop your colour around towards the outside of this, if you've got enough water on it and you've got the right card, what happens is it starts to just diffuse around there, and you get a really pretty halo effect where it's just blends and like kind of seeps into kind of nothing. Can you see? So we'll do that around. So we'll go around the bottom now. So plenty of water, and what happens is with watercolour, it only goes where there's more water. So if it's dry card, technically it won't move towards that dry card. It's like forms a little barrier. So if you just wet where you want the paint to go,
yeah,
and then drop the colour in like that, you've got then that really pretty just halo that we're working around like this with.
Hello.
Hello. Cello. We're back to that one. We're just saying. Can you remember Margherita Pracatin?
I do remember Margaret. She always used to have the bowl of fruit on her head, didn't she?
Yes, and she was on Clive James. Always because she's.
Oh yes, Clive James.
Hello, yeah. Hello, she's brilliant. I love Margherita. I love Clive James. He was cool, wasn't he?
What did she sing, Margherita Pracatin, or did she just
had
sing?
just a Bontempi organ thing.
Yeah.
And it was always bad. She used to set it going and she had. And then every song was the same, and she'd just sing the. Yeah. They all sounded the same.
I love it when Ben and Sheena are on, says Sharon, because they are so predictable and not so predictable. You don't always know what you're going to get. I don't think we ever know what we're going to end up talking about.
Yeah.
That's why it's so unpredictable.
Yes.
Jane Adams says, I'm very non-musical. My dad used to say I couldn't carry a tune in a bucket.
Yeah.
Rosalind Russell says, Ben, my father used to sing with the Clovers, a rhythm and blues doo-wop vocal group back in the 50s and 60s. They did the original, did they not, the Clovers, of Love Potion Number 9.
Oh, brilliant song. I'm singing it in my head.
It goes,
Love Potion
Number 9.
Yeah.
I took my hand down to man. Love Potion Number 9. I used to play clarinet, says Rebecca Dancer, whilst at school. My daughter sings. Musical theatre is her passion. She's a triple threat, she says.
Wow. You know what? Musical theatre really is, isn't it? It's like, wow.
You need
super
to,
talented.
You need to do
dancing,
it all, don't you?
singing, acting. What?
Yeah.
So can you see how now we've got that really pretty halo, and I want it a little bit different colour, a bit more pinky in parts. So I've just dropped that little pink in there. So if I dry that now, quickly, what will happen is when I come to paint the violin, technically that paint won't wick into the background. And also remember with watercolour that it always dries paler than it looks. So even though it looks a bit dark now, it's going to dry lighter. And you can make it darker, you can just go over it again and think, all right, but you know, it's easier darkening it than trying to lighten it. So go easy with it and then build it up if you want. Buttercup. Right, so we'll pop that there. And then I'm just going to take the brush and we'll just continue. So let's mix a brown for that. Although we've probably got a brown. That's the red, isn't it? So I'm going to take some of that umber, which is a kind of a cooler brown like this. So it's not got that warm kind of like tan look to it, has it? It's just like a browny brown there.
Pat just said I missed it. What colour does Sheena use to make the chestnut brown colour?
I will come back. I'm just mixing it now. That's what I'm using. I'm using was it the burnt umber I put in there? I'm sure I put burnt umber.
I think it was burnt
umber. That's what this is. And then I'm going to use some of the vermilion, touch of vermilion.
Yeah.
All right. And that's warmed it up. And then I might touch a little bit of this pollen. And now I've got a warm, kind of light base colour, maybe a touch more pollen. And it should be yellowy. Can you see how that's much lighter, like kind of wood colour? Because then I can darken it. So that's going to be my base colour on this violin now. So I'm just going to, and I'm going to not worry about the bow because I can go over that. So I'm just going to paint this whole thing like this up to the rose with a lighter colour, like this.
Whilst you're painting, Wanda Sexton says, I play a wicked air guitar. Love that.
Excellent.
And my grandpa says Jessica was a barber shopper and taught my mum violin. My aunt plays concert bassoon in the Sacramento Orchestra. My sister played flute and piccolo. And I played clarinet and oboe. My son played on trumpet and then went with the horn. My daughter plays euphonium, and my sis, mum and daughter, and I also sang. I mean, you got a full-on band there, Jessica, haven't you? Full-on orchestra. Pat says, I have this perfect Harmony Collection box. It's beautiful, well worth the money.
It's gorgeous. These boxes are amazing.
The
I don't know
value's
how
incredible.
they fit everything in there that's in these boxes. It's just, I love that. They're compact. They're like little tortoises, aren't they?
They are like little TARDISes. And what's so nice again, Sheena, isn't it? For particularly for new crafters, everything in one box, all thought about, particularly the papers and the cardstock's going to match. And so you're off to a winner before you start, aren't you?
Absolutely. You haven't got to worry about, is that going to work with that? Or will that work with this? It's just going to work, because that's the difficult bit, is getting the colour scheme right. Use the papers to be your guide for the colour scheme. So pick a backing paper out first, decide which paper you're going to use, and then I would say look at the colours that are in the paper and mix your paint accordingly to match the paper colours.
And I think if you haven't got the paints that Sheena's using as well, absolutely worth popping into your basket. Shop the show for those. Wanda says the sentiment in this box, sing like no one is listening, goes perfectly with dance like no one is watching from Sheena's Day of the Dead collection.
Yes, perfect, absolutely, really spot on. Now, I decided I wanted to warm this up a little bit. So look, I've put a little bit of that red in there, and you literally can just build it up. And I wanted it to look lighter in the centre, but I just like that richer kind of, warmer kind of mahogany kind of colour in that. And you can just play around with it. And then we're going to put these bits darker, but I want to make sure that's dried. So what we'll do is we'll go to the flowers. Let's paint some of those flowers. Oh, I've got the handle to do as well. Yeah. But that's, I'm going to just do that, the lighter at the top.
Whilst we're watching you, there's so many comments. Thank you, everyone. This is brilliant. Loads of you watching, which is amazing. Stephanie says, all of my eldest son's children play the piano. One also plays the guitar. Their mum plays the violin. And Caroline Hanley says, Sheena's Embossing is taking me back to secondary school where everyone was told not to play on the electric keyboards and by no means play the Star Wars theme. So what did everyone do? Always played the Star Wars theme when the teacher's back was turned or they left the room.
Well, you had to, didn't you? Yeah. I've just had a Star Wars marathon this week. We watched all the Star Wars films.
Oh, I thought there was a joke coming here.
Yeah.
Oh,
no,
so
we just did.
All the films?
Yeah, all the films, yeah. Well, actually, except for the first three, because I just knew the first three, right? So I hadn't seen the later ones.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go back now, because that's the order to watch them in, isn't it? It just messes with your head.
Oh, yeah.
Because the first ones are the last ones, aren't they?
The first ones are the middle ones, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's like A New Hope, isn't it, was the first one. So that's where I'm up to now, watching that.
Oh, right. So you're on the fourth film then, really, out of the 9,
exactly.
aren't you?
But I have seen them before. But I hadn't seen the ones that came before. It's like,
I still haven't seen the last of the new ones, whatever that one was called.
Was that The Revenge of the Sith or something?
No, I've seen that. I've seen all of those 3, plus the original 3, and I've seen 2 of the last lot, but not the last one of those.
Right.
Yeah. And the thing is, once you get into all of that, then you're then, Sheena, going to have to start watching all of the series and stuff that go with it as well.
That's what we were told.
You'll never stop watching telly.
No, I'm going to need a life back here because, really. Oh, definitely.
Hi, Brenda Monroe says, I've never seen this collection before, so of course I had to get it. Great buy, you'll love it. It's like nothing we've done before. I think it's brilliant. Judy Palmer says, I play the Fool. Does that count? Absolutely, it counts.
Yeah, I'm good at that. That's a good one, yeah.
And despite my adventures with the cello, says Alison, I've never lost my love of music. I had a subscription to the Metropolitan Opera in New York for a couple of years. Wow. And at a local college, I saw many well-known musicians. I use this with the Age of Elegance, says Carol D. Perfect to make a little women gift box for my niece. That is brilliant. Oh yeah, I wonder whether or not, Alison, you saw the time that I did opera back in January this year with our special guest who came in. Got the chance to do a bit of opera singing. Very, very forgettable, so you probably didn't. Little Bear says, I love how Sheena aged the paper. Chris says, I love when the two of you break into song. And Nancy Walter says, I play the oboe and I sing alto. Just going right back as well, because there's so many comments. Gaz was asking what type of ink you used when you did the embossing at the start of the project.
Oh, so the embossing was the Finesse, you know,
Right.
the water proof ink.
Yeah.
That one. And I used the Flagstone.
Little Bear says I've got a clarinet, piano, accordion, saxophone and guitar, and I play them all, in brackets,
Wow.
badly. That's like me, Little Bear. I play a lot of musical instruments to a very poor standard. Urena says, hello, Ben and Sheena. I played the flute in concert and marching bands in high school. Jen Shank says, I can't carry a tone in a bucket, but somehow my son can play the drums by ear.
Wow.
He's probably better off using drumsticks, isn't he?
I wouldn't mind playing the drums. I would play the drums if I could.
Yeah.
And a saxophone.
Saxophone.
Cool. Saxophone. Yeah, I think of the Homer Simpson with the saxophone.
That's the instrument I always wanted to play, to learn the saxophone.
The saxophone.
I thought it was
cool.
really
Yeah.
cool, but instead my mum made me learn the violin.
I had a friend who was a saxophone player, and it's super cool. That's
Yeah.
an instrument, isn't it?
Do you know why for me it was the saxophone, why it was super cool?
Why?
Because of the Pink Panther theme.
Oh, yeah, you can't beat that as
Nah.
Henry Mancini.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then later on, it would be Baker Street by Jerry Rafferty.
Oh, Baker Street is a classic.
I mean,
I was just listening to that on the way here yesterday.
what a
this
tune
morning.
that is, eh? What
Sorry?
a tune. Great
What
song.
a tune, fantastic, yeah. Yeah, a bit of Stuck in the Middle with You as well, also a good one.
Oh,
I've
yeah.
mixed, yeah.
Yeah.
Brilliant. I've mixed a bit of green in with this for some reason, but I don't know why, but that'll do, that'll be fine. So I'm going to just paint these little guys here with this black kind of greyish colour that
Yeah.
I've mixed, and I'm just going to go across like this, so we've got a highlight on that bit,
Yeah.
and
There's the
this,
chin rest.
and then that'll be the thing there, yeah, the bit, I'll just say those bit, the curvy bit, the flat bit, and Ben can tell you what they are.
Where's the chin rest at the bottom, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right.
And then that's your fretboard
Yeah.
at the bottom there.
Yeah, and then I'm just going to go use this also, this dark colour, just for the edge of this here and in there, just to make sure that that's, obviously you've got the bit of contour going on there. So I can darken that a bit more. If I put a little bit more blue in that, it'll go a little bit more kind of less greeny and more bluey. I'll put that around like this. And we want a little bit on this here as well.
Carol D says, I'm a music lover, but not a bit musical. I was a dancer back in the day when people were learning instruments. And Anne says, I was forced to take the clarinet in band, always got the broken one, so never learned to play. One day my band teacher wouldn't let me get it, missed my bus, and I had to walk a mile home in the rain, so I quit. And Rosalind says, I may have to get a couple of these boxes. It is worthwhile doing. Yeah, I mean, if budget stretches, because obviously you'll get loads more of those papers included as well. Nice little gifts as well, these, Sheena, aren't they?
They're brilliant
Christmas
gifts. They really are. And that price point is fabulous. So if you know somebody who's wanting to get into crafting, they are perfect with Christmas, you know. It's getting ever closer, isn't it? I think that's a great thing to do because you've got everything you need in the box. So we've got that going on just there, like that.
Hey, Mr. Tambourine Man, says Caroline Hanley. She sung, didn't she, with the fruit on her head? Oh, Margarita Prakatan.
Oh,
Hey,
did
Mr.
she?
I don't
Hey,
know.
Mr. Tambourine, that Jim, did she? I like that one. Play a song for me. It's a good one. Yeah.
Probably, she sang them all, didn't she?
She sang them all. She did them all. They all sounded the same, though. Yeah, bless her. She's brilliant. So what I've done is I've just darkened this a little bit round there, like that. And I think I'm going to quit while I'm ahead and just say that's not bad there for
But
a
it isn't
quick,
that bad.
you know, painting. And what I would do is I'm going to clean this up and get a little bit of a white gel pen on there.
Yeah.
Or a white highlighter pen, and then that's that going to be done. And then there's just those little flowers we can colour in, what we like for the time. Cool, you know what, it flies by, doesn't
Nearly
it?
an hour in, Sheena.
What? Where does it go? It's like somebody can talk, it mustn't be me. So I'm just going to, that little bit on there.
Hey, I'm just talking away whilst I'm watching Sheena play.
So I'm going to, this pen is the one that came out with the, you know, the Bella Luna, yeah? So you want to just activate it again to get it going, and I'm just going to try and just go along this bow here, just to add a little highlight. So make sure it's not going to splodge out the white, because, you know, if you activate it and it's going to come out, it's going to be quite eager to, you know, to come out of the pen. So just be careful when you do that it's not at that stage when you're doing that. And then you can just add little highlights where you want it, and it should just help a little bit. The flowers and things, if it looks a little bit too stark, you can get your brush and just brush it a little bit, and it just highlights it without a harsh line. So things like the bow and things, that's going to be a harsher, you know, laser type, sharp, bright line, whereas the flowers are going to be a softer highlight. So I think we could say that is good enough to go on there. You know, put a little just highlight on this here, just to give that a bit of contouring. So just a little bit like that, and then you can pop that there. And that's quite pretty, I think.
It is very pretty.
And then we can stick that onto there, which you don't have to do because that's not going to be very interesting, but I can stick that on there. We've got these little guys to colour here. Should we colour them together now?
Yeah, may as well finish it off, mightn't we?
Yeah, exactly. Then I can just stick the stuff together. If you've got anything more interesting to talk about.
We'll have a little break in a minute. Just once Sheena's finished the card, I can read a few more comments as we go, because I feel like this collection has really struck a chord. Listen to me. Struck a chord with a lot of people. I'm really loving this, says Gaz. It's always a lesson on something new with our Sheena. Linda says, loving the tips from Sheena. And Sarah Muir says, it really brings the image to the front. I love the techniques. And I shall be giving this a try. Brenda Monroe on YouTube says, I think Ben and Sheena make a good team. I think we do.
Thank you. Well, we're happy. We always have it. We always enjoy the company, don't we, Ben? We have a good laugh.
Yeah, but we have a good laugh. Jenny Barger says, I sing, play piano and violin and write songs. Maybe we should collab, me and you, Jenny Barger. We should, you know, maybe do the next birthday song together.
Yeah.
And just on the subject of Star Wars, our Susie says, oh, my Sheena, there's 3 more movies after the old ones. Then there's a bunch of standalones, Rogue One, Solo, then the series, Mandalorian, Obi-Wan, Boba Fett. I mean, I can't even read what the next one says. There's just tons. So, quit while you're ahead, maybe.
Well, I watched 3 of them, and I had seen the first 3, you know, that were released in that time, but they weren't like in the chronological order.
Yeah.
So, like, you know, The Empire Strikes Back and all that, I've seen those 3. But if I want to refresh myself with them, but I've been told that I have to watch Obi-Wan series or something as well before I do this one, or, OMG, I'm going to lose the whole my life to this. So
that's it.
You know, when you think I shouldn't have been sort of invested in this, I didn't know what I was getting
started.
into. I didn't know. Yeah.
She didn't know what she was getting
too
herself
much too
in for.
soon, Ben. Too much too soon. Yeah. So I'm just mixing a warm green here. So I'm going to use this this coolish kind of foresty green, and then I'm going to pop a little bit of this this warm yellow in it, which warms it up straight away. And I can paint my leaves with the base coat. It's just super quick. In fact, I could do a little bit more yellow with that bit more highlight in bits. And it doesn't matter. They're so tiny because then you're going to get the variation. Oh, I missed a bit of petal, but now it's a bit of leaf. That's fine. And I'll do the same with this one. And then we'll pop a little bit of a darker. So you don't have to spend ages to do this. So what I did was I just put a wash of the pink on the roses, and then I went over with the same colour, a little bit more intense towards the centre.
Yeah.
And you really don't need any more time than that. That's enough to get the effect you want.
Yeah.
I'm popping a little bit of brown in with this green now, and I'm just going to go and just do a little bit darker at the base of some of these leaves. And then it just gives it a little bit of, contouring, a little bit of shadow, makes them look a bit more natural.
Yeah.
And then that's enough for those little corner elements. I can pop a little bit of that white on there.
Marvellous.
But yeah, they work a treat, don't they? So
do.
shall I wipe this up, stick this together while you're doing something else, and then see what we've got?
Well, I'll tell you what, I'll read a few more comments and we'll have a little break, shall we? And then we can come back and see this all stuck together.
Absolutely.
in the end. Stunning, Sheena, says Stephanie. Good morning, BJ Clark in Oysterville. Beautiful, Sheena, says Crafty Angie. Julie Palmer says, one of my sons plays the saxophone and guitar, the other plays clarinet and guitar, and my 14-year-old grandson plays drums, and he is getting distinction in all his exams. Well, I mean, as I say, there's a band right there, isn't there? Britain's Got Talent, here you come. Mary Shaw says, I played the flute, piccolo and French horn in high school. I always wanted to learn how to play the piano. And Amy Johnson said, my youngest played the sax in high school. I don't mind when he, or didn't mind when he would practice. Jen Shank said, Mandalorian is by far the best of the Star Wars series. It's a must-see. And Crystal Hodges says, the only thing I play is the radio, not musical at all. Well, it is musical, isn't it, still? You play the radio, it's a musical. And Teresa says, this will go great with the new nesting dies. Cannot wait to get all of my orders. And Sarah says, with watercolours, I've learned to use the same technique as the Tri-Blend alcohol markers to get the dimension in the image. It was a light bulb moment, you say. Don't forget, if you want to pick this up, serious value for money in this box, £27.99 or dollars. Do you want to, really quickly, or are we going to... Okay. We've got some pictures to look at too, but grab this whilst you can. It is 24 printed papers, 18 sheets of linen card, all your musical notes, your dies, your stamps, your embossing folders. It's all in there. It's a brilliant deal, so do not miss out on that. A few pictures coming in, and this actually, Sheena, you will want to take a look at, because lovely Trish Lestelle did your craft along earlier on, and here's her picture, her card.
Wow, that's fantastic.
Isn't that brilliant?
Yeah, perfect. Nice one, thank you.
Thank you, Trish. I know Trish was actually crafting along live with us as well. I love your project, Trish. It's brilliant, and I also appreciate the fact that you have googly-eyed your mini and, of course, your vacuum. Oh, and you know what? I feel still a bit of a newbie to this collection because I wasn't here to launch it, but this looks like it's from your Crystal Visions.
Crystal Visions.
Look at Anna's mate. That's incredible.
That is fabulous. You know what? I love this collection. It's kind of mystical, kind of like you know, it's sort of a little bit spooky, but you know, it's kind of like the genre of books and things I like to read. A little bit spooky, but not too scary. Yeah.
And then Dan has also created another beautiful project. That's with the Spring Fairy collection. Absolutely love that. Two really contrasting projects you've made there, Diana, and we absolutely appreciate those. So thank you so much indeed. Right, we are going to take a short break, give you opportunity to get your carts and your baskets checked out. So I'm laughing, I just thought of a joke, but I won't do it. Do you want to hear it? So I was up in the attic the other day, just having a bit of a look around, and I found an old violin and this old painting. Yeah. Yeah, and I took them along to the antiques shop, and the bloke was looking at me. He said, I've got some good news and bad news. I said, well, what's the good news? He says, well, I'll tell you what you've got there. You've got a Stradivarius and a Van Gogh. And I was like, well, that's brilliant. What's the bad news? And he said, well, the bad news is Stradivarius was a terrible painter and Van Gogh made lousy violins. Thank you.
I like it.
We're gonna
that would be
we're going to go for a break. Check out your carts and baskets. That's your perfect harmony. We're going to come back and look at Celebrate the Day and more of that in the next hour. We're already into the next hour. Quick, go to the checkouts. We'll see you in 4 minutes.
Come in, check my emails, then lay the shows out in the studio, set pack shots up. Then I will get new polls, pick shows, solve any problems that need solving. We deal with other teams where we receive market sheets, we receive boards. We pick samples to Hobby Maker, we pick samples to send to QVC. We will take the previous shows out of the studios, set the new shows up. We do floor manage occasionally, not all the time, making sure that the craft expert presenters have everything at hand that they need. Anything that they haven't got during shows, we will run about and get the products for them. Think on a morning when it's really quiet, I can get more done when there's nobody else in the building. Night owl. Morning. Coffee on a morning, tea the rest of the day. Savoury. normally lunchtime. Craft along. Mobile phone. Christina's chicken wrap. Barry White. You're my first, my last, my everything. Go home and make the tea.
Day to day looks like, on a normal day when I'm working from home, get up, breakfast, phone call with my daughter, and then I'm up in the craft room and I spend all my time in the craft room. If it's spending a day with the grandkids, that's it. That's my best part of the day, just spending time with family and those gorgeous little grandkids of mine. The best part of the day when I'm at work is when I go on air, because I absolutely love it. Both. I prefer a shower in the morning. I feel fresher. I feel that I can tackle my day. However, depending on how that day's been, I also would have a double shower, so I'd have one in the morning and one at night too. Absolutely, 100% coffee. Will always be coffee. And flavoured coffee is my favourite at the moment. Dare I say it's a full English breakfast, the full works, the beans, the tomatoes, the bacon, the sausage, and everything else that goes with a traditional English breakfast. Craft along. Every day of the week. I absolutely love going through the stages from the start of a project to the end of a project. So craft along is definitely my favourite choice. I can't leave without my lipstick. It's a given thing. I once didn't have a lipstick on me and Leanne helped me out that day. Off the shoes, sit down for a couple of minutes, just gather my thoughts and then
Welcome back, everybody. Thank you, Jane, who says, I love watching Sheena colour. It's so relaxing. Beautiful, Sheena, says Rebecca Dancer. Stephanie asks a question. We're going to look at the Celebrate the Day box in just a second. She says, Sheena, how do you decide where to highlight?
Where to highlight? Yeah, that's a good question. I kind of just think of one light source. Don't have more than one light source. Keep it simple. So just in your head, picture, is the light going to be top right or is it going to be top left? One of the two is easy. It's usually top right for me. So think about where it would hit, or if it's top left, I've actually done it on top left on that one, it would hit consistently on that side. So if you look at this, can you see how that's raised there?
Yeah.
And that's raised there and there. So imagine the light would catch these bits and this would be more in shadow.
I
so that's
see.
all good. Think of it travelling in straight lines. That's the bit it's going to hit.
Eileen Walpole Scanlon says, I play the flute, alto flute, bass flute and piccolo. Thank you also to Stephen, who says, when I start singing, I have to reinforce the windows, otherwise they will have a shattering experience. I'm sure you're not that bad. Trista Stout says, I love this collection so much, I might have to purchase another kit to gift it to my daughter-in-law. Great giftable. Absolutely, you should jump in and grab it. And Well says, AK, the only thing I can play is play with my crafts. No musical instrument is safe in my hands, you say. And Trista Stout says, after spending the last 2 weeks buying, I'm happy once again to be crafting. Lol. Shall I show you the Celebrate the Day box? So this, again, you might have seen before on Crafters TV. I haven't personally seen this. You will have seen it on HSN, definitely. Well, you won't have if you didn't watch HSN, but if you've seen this, it's probably on HSN. It's Celebrate the Day. This one comes with over 100 elements, and it's the same thing again in the fact that it is it's a craft box, isn't it? Everything you need in one box here, and this is all about your celebrations. You get your card, again, in your box. On the back of the card is a QR code. You scan that QR code, it will take you to educational tutorials. So you've got loads of ideas by scanning the back of that card, and look at what you're going to get in here. Once once again, all this beautiful linen cardstock. So it's 18 sheets of linen cardstock, really bright, really vibrant. Of course, it would be in like a celebratory box. And then you've got all these fantastic papers. Look at the papers, they're gorgeous. Again, double-sided, so you've got your more sort of vibrant scenes on the front with your bunting and your streamers and your balloons, and on the reverse perhaps a little bit more stripped back, if you like. It's sort of the backgrounds of the patterns on the A sides, but really, really beautiful colours, really bright, really vibrant, really celebratory, as it would be, being a box all about celebrations. So 24 sheets of your printed paper, 18 sheets of your linen cardstock, and then all of the fun stuff, which is stamps. So with it being a box like this, you will want to be able to celebrate birthdays, anniversaries, all those kind of things. So we give you all of your numbers in stamp form. You've got your ordinals in there as well. Of course, your sts, your ms and your ths. Oh, you've also got an ord in there as well. Then you've got a beautiful die here. This one is just called Cheers, with the clinking glasses of bubbly. Absolutely love that one. Then you've got some stamps in here. Congratulations. So you've got your cake, you've got your beautiful balloons. Those will be the other way up, obviously. Fireworks, you have got stars and streamers. Love that little stamp there. Looks like a confetti cannon has just gone off. And again, you can multi-stamp that to create a really fun, cool background. You've also got in here as well a very handy stencil. Not much to look at, but that template rather is going to help you to create a beautiful rosette, which might look something a little bit like that. Then you've got more stencils in here as well. Fireworks celebrations. I mean, if I flip that around, you can see the design's a little bit better. Maybe you want to make, you know, fireworks celebration cards for Thanksgiving. Obviously, we have got fireworks night coming up in November, haven't we? November the 5th. So I don't know if you're making invites for a party that you're holding, it might be quite useful. Then you've got your tags and banners dies. These are great again because they give you the opportunity to cut into your cardstock the tags at the top there, so different shapes of the tags, and then you can create that cool little finish on the bottom, and you get a whole load of stamps on the reverse of that as well. So make a wish. Oh, I've just been told to stop what I'm doing.
Is that one gone?
Don't scream and shout. Nicola tells me it's sold out.
You're kidding?
No, man.
Have I got to put all this away now?
Well, blame producer Nicola.
Well, I've got loads. I've got another demo we can do with the lovely other set, so it's not a problem. I'm sure Ben can talk at you while I just put it all back.
I can talk.
I can talk at you. Right,
Well,
put that back then.
Well done if you got it then.
Yeah.
Disappointing news for me because I was looking forward to a demo of that. But you know what? You guys are obviously still in the birthday mode, and you're still shopping till you're dropping.
Birthday vibes. I like it.
Few comments then. Hello, Gilmore on YouTube. There's a name I've not said in a long while. You say hello, Belvis. Oh, Benvis. You've got. Come on, Belvis. Benvis. Benvis works actually better. Elvis slowly fading, it says in brackets. Back to Ben, yeah. Hello, Sheena. Hi to Susie, CC Team and Crafty Peeps. Hello, Gilmore. Hello also to Holly Munch, who says, I'm late to the party today, but hello from North Carolina. Hello, Holly. Trish Lestelle says, after spending the last 2 weeks buying, I am happy to once again be crafting. And Fred says, Ben, do you want my shirt that says, yes, I do want this shirt. Well, it reads, Degas makes the van Gogh, but it reads as the gas makes the van go.
The gas makes the van go. I like it. I get it now. Yeah, you've got to read it with that. The gas.
I love that. Please send that.
Yeah,
that shirt.
It works better with an American accent.
Yeah.
The gas.
The gas.
The gas makes the van go.
Oh, I like your. That's very good. That
Like New
American
York.
accent.
Yeah.
New York.
The gas makes the van go.
I can't do that accent, I think. The gas.
Bada bing, bada boom.
Bada bing, bada boom. The gas makes the van go. Bada bing, bada boom. Do you know what? Funny, I was going to say that I've got lots of comments, but I've read through all the comments now. What I can say to you, though, if you have just joined us, you may or may not know, we have a code or 2 codes. So if you're shopping with us over the course of the next 4 days, I think it ends after Halloween, doesn't it? on Halloween, ends on Halloween. When you're shopping, in your discount code box, type in either trick or treat and you'll get a discount. I can't tell you what the discount is. All I know is that one's better than the other. So is the trick better than the treat, or is the treat better than the trick? I don't know. That is for you to find out. Don't let me stop you from telling each other what the discounts are once you find out. Producer Nicola is just saying, no, I don't know if I don't know if I'm supposed to tell you that either. How can I put this? You've got trick or treat. Try either. Maybe try both. Hi, Michael Adams says, hi Ben, you're looking great. I'm loving the top. Thank you, Michael. This is my sort of come down from smart birthday top, feeling a little bit more comfy and cosy today. Dress down Monday, as I like to call it. But thank you very much for that comment. Keep them coming through. I cannot believe we've got 45 minutes left on the show. So we're going to come back to this Perfect Harmony collection box. And we're going to see a little demo with it. Any more questions you've got for Sheena, fire them in, please. Any more requests, anything you want to see? And also, if you've just got a crafty conundrum, doesn't have to be necessarily about this particular box, ask us, because while Sheena's here, we may as well pick her crafty brain. So, we didn't get a chance to celebrate the day, but we can go back to the Perfect Harmony. What are you going to show us, Sheena?
Well, I'm going to show you that more simple card, because I'm thinking we'll put this simple card together. So, because some people, you just want a quicker card, a little bit more kind of graphic, and then we'll do a little bit of colouring in after that as well, if we've got time. That's what I'm thinking. That's what we did, a bit of colouring in. But look at how gorgeous that is. One of those papers, bit of black card. Now, I always think that black card is going to be a staple. I'd be lost without black card, because just that tiny little border, look at how it just finishes that off.
Yeah, it's amazing.
You know, you think it doesn't, you don't notice it's there, but when it's not there, you see the difference.
You know what, as well? That's just like, that could be just a card in itself, couldn't it? Add a sentiment.
Absolutely,
that's beautiful artwork.
You know what? I tell you what, let's put this together here. Oh, I've got one of these that's run out again. I always pick up the one that is just going to run out on air. It's just the law, isn't it? You know when it's stopped? Yeah, it has. Look, that's it.
They see you come in and they run out on purpose, I'm sure.
Exactly, and then they do that. And that one there, let's try this one. Let's see if this, and then we'll have a look at that. Oh, well, you're having a laugh.
I've got one over here, bizarrely.
Me here.
This one looks like it's got a bit of stick on it.
Has it?
I think.
Cheers, Ben. Thank you.
Try that one.
Hi, thank you. Yes, Ben, thank you. I think somebody's had a laugh, put them all in going, hee hee hee, watch Sheena, yeah. Yeah. So I'm going to stick that on there.
Yep.
But, and I'm going to put this on here as well, Ben, just so that we've got all these together. Then we'll look at that background and just see exactly that you've got something that can just work with very little done to it. You know, I'm all for things that if you're in the mood, you can go and do full bells and whistles and do the full colouring, the full, you know, the whole tamale kind of thing, everything on there.
Yeah.
But if you want to do something quick, it's cool that you could do that, because look, we've got, there's the, I mean, that looks gorgeous like that. You could just pop that on there.
Yeah.
And you've got maybe the, you know, just the wording, which I've already got pre-done here, if I can get in the packet. Oh, again, packets today.
Packets, tape pens.
Pack it in, will you?
What do you like?
Will you just pack it in?
Pack it in, pack it.
Yeah, and then, you know, you don't need much to it, to that at all. I mean, you could put it at an angle, you could put that there. You know, you've got it just, it's just a really nice card without anything having to happen to it, isn't it? With that paper, gorgeous. Yeah. You know, it's all good. So, right, but we're not going to do that. We're going to stick that on there like that. And again, I wouldn't have used all your paper like that. You want to just keep some of that, cut some of that middle out. It's too pretty to use, isn't it? Just cut that and use it like that. So I'm just sticking this on. This is just to show you to use your layered papers to do. And again, this could just be a layout that you use. Take a picture. And then you're just going to swap out your elements. But once you've got a kind of layout that you like, you just mix and match after that, don't you? Easy. So we're going to pop that there. And you also, these offcuts, sometimes with your paper, you're left little strips like this, and you think, what am I going to do with them? Well, you can do that with them, can't you?
Absolutely, yeah.
and then it's not wasted. So that can go there like this, like that, and then we've got the foundation. A little bit of a wonk there, all ready to then add the other elements. So the next thing I did was we've got these little music notes here. They've all been cut out twice, and they always look better, I think, if you cut them out of the black card, but then that gold mirror and just offset them. Oh, packets again. So if you look, can you see how cool they look by just putting that little, layering them up? It's a little bit fiddly to do.
Yeah.
But I think it just makes a big difference.
Absolutely.
Don't you think? Mm-hmm. And then we've got this here. You are the music in my heart. Oh, there's a fly just flying around. I don't know where that's come from.
That's Barry the birthday fly.
Is it?
Yeah, he's been in here a while.
Oh, he's just enjoyed it too much, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's usually over my side.
Back off, Barry. Barry.
Yeah.
Oh,
Get out, Barry, for goodness sake.
Get
It's
out,
not
Barry.
about you,
Barry,
mate.
it's over. Barry.
Yeah.
Go. We're finished. So that's what I'm going to stick on there. But this is clear, obviously missing, because what I've got is this guitar cut out of gold.
Yeah.
I'm going to stamp it again. Then we're going to cut it out again, and we're going to offset that, and we're going to colour that in. So I just wanted you to show you the kind of the foundation first, yeah? Mm-hmm. And then we'll come to a little bit of the colouring in, and then I can stick all that together in a minute.
Excellent.
I might even use that little stave again for that. So I'm going to take this, it would work, I think.
It would, yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to take the guitar, and my rocker block should do it. And I'm going to use the flagstone again. Mm-hmm. Could be the very new one, or the not so new one. Who knows? Oh, it looks very new. I bet you it's dark. So I'm just gently tapping here. Okay, just I don't want it too dark. Let's hope that's enough. If it's not, we'll just use the other side.
Yeah. Looks like it'll be enough.
Yeah, that's great. That'll work a treat. Thank you very much. And then I'm going to, well, let's colour it and then we'll cut it out. So I'm going to bring these little, I'm just going to use these same colours again. You could use the other colours in your set, but I think it's quite nice to show you how to mix some colours as well. Don't you think?
Yeah, I love it. Yeah, love to see that.
So again, we want a nice warm brown. So it's easier if you kind of turn, I've got a little palette here, I stuck this little thing in the lid and I drew it. So it's much easier to follow if I do that and keep it at the same orientation as my palette, as you can see there. Yeah. That's what's going to go off screen, just so you can see. And that makes it a lot easier than I was doing before. So I'm going to take some colour out here and just pop a little bit of this, start with this brown, this burnt umber. That'll work nicely, but I want this warm yellow in there as well, because we want that a little bit lighter, a little bit warmer, and possibly a little bit of this warm red down here as the base colour on this guitar. We want a nice warm kind of light browny kind of colour on there, and I'm going to just colour the whole thing. See, that's a lovely warm kind of wood, but a nice, it's not a cool tone. Yeah. I'm just going to paint this like this straight over the fret there and the right there. Don't fret. Oh, this fly is just having a laugh.
He tried to jump on your guitar then.
He did. Did you see him?
Yeah.
I hate flies.
I know.
Horrible, aren't they?
They're pests, aren't they?
I think, why did the food chain not just stop a bit higher?
Why the what?
The food chain just stop a bit higher. Stop with cute
Blooming
fluffy
flies.
little
There's
things.
never a good spider around, is there, when you want one?
No.
Catch that
oh,
fly.
You know what? I never do want a spider either, though. We've had some absolute doozies in the house lately.
Have you?
It's the time of the year. I think they're coming in. Aren't they?
My mum always used to say, September time was the time that the spiders come into the house. We haven't seen any though. I don't know whether it's because we're in a new build or what, but
I wish we hadn't. You could put a saddle on them.
Put a saddle on them.
Youch!
Carol Deasy said, Ben's Brooklynese needs work, lol. Yeah, I won't do it again. Beautiful piano, says Sarah. I love the musical die, says Michelle. The rustling sound of the packaging is making me crave chocolate, says Gilmore. Let's not talk about chocolate. Well, you brought it up. You started it.
Yeah.
So you know to blame Gilmore now, don't you, if you go off and grab some chocolate. And Amy O on YouTube says, can we send pictures in? You can. I use this set to make a card for my daughter in college. We both play clarinet and I also play piano, so we both adore music. I think the card turned out very nice. Well, you can send it to us, Amy O, to studio. Amy O, send it to studio at crafterscompanion.co.uk. And hi to Adriana, who says, peekaboo, peekaboo you. Sneaking in during work. I have to prep to teach next week. So at the office, looking over curriculum I wrote this summer. Adriana, it's lovely to have you with us. Thanks for joining us. And thanks to everyone who's watching again tonight. Loads of fun to come this week. D Rob's back in the house tomorrow. Particularly looking forward to Wednesday with Debbie when we've got a brand new launch of some shaker numbers. So that's on Wednesday. I think what we've got tomorrow. We've got a craft along. We've got a craft along early doors, I think. I should know really. I'm still a little bit birthdayed out, if I'm being honest with you. Birthday was such an event, wasn't it? So we've got a craft along tomorrow with the patchwork creator card dies. That's first thing. And then launch party tomorrow night. The Colour Bloom shimmer ink pads, floral layering stencils, and more. That is your evening tomorrow. Who knows what the more will be? You'll tune in to
I like
find
that.
out.
And more. It sounds like an advertisement. They all say, and much, much more.
And much, much more.
Yeah.
Gilmore says there's a Kit Kat waiting for me, but I want to wait until later this evening. Well, have one now, because is it a 4-finger or a 2-finger? Either way, you can have 1 or 2, can't you, now, and save the others for later.
Yeah.
Love a Kit Kat.
Oh, a Kit Kat's cool, aren't they? Yeah, we like a Kit Kat.
Just for a normal Kit Kat, really. The chunky ones are... Well, it's not the whole point of a Kit Kat, so you can snap the fingers, isn't it? Chunky, you can't do that. Amelie says, I love watching Sheena. She's an incredible teacher. Very helpful at showing me how to get the most out of what you have.
Thank you. That's what, well, as a crafter,
Yeah.
that's what I would do, you know, as a consumer, the same. I want as much use and inspiration out of my investment as I can get. Yeah, I'm not into like a one-trick pony crafting product. I like something that's going to work in more than one look and way to kind of keep you playing and challenged.
No one-trick ponies here.
No. Right, so can you see how I've just used that little, just those brown, those 8 colours to get that guitar painted, so it's got that nice little kind of like natural kind of vibe to it. Even a guitar can look interesting with a little bit of shading, can't it? You think just brown and a wash over it, but what I did was I used a warmer tone in the centre and made a little bit dirtier around, you know, where they would get played and things, and darker around a bit of the shading, a cooler brown there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wipe that up. We're going to put the die around it, cut it out, put the card together, and then we'll do another little bit more colouring in with the last card. How does that sound?
Sounds like a great plan. Carol Anser said, don't talk to me about spiders. Definitely this time of year. I was out at the gym the other day, came home. I thought you were going to say there was like a spider on the pumping iron. I'm Spider Arnie, come on! He's doing like eight dumbbells at once. Anyway, I was out at the gym the other day, came home, thought, oh, I must pick up that letter from my hospital appointment tomorrow and put it in my bag ready. Went to my bedroom to find a spider the size of a mug sitting on the letter. So
No, I've got a scarier one.
Oh.
It was on me. Exactly.
Where?
So, yeah, so I put this top on and I'm saying, what do you think? Do you like this top? And she's looking. And then she's just sat and she's looking like this. And then all of a sudden her eyes went. And then you could see her processing, how am I going to tell her what I'm seeing without her totally freaking out? It didn't work. I totally freaked out. Because when she went that, she went, right, don't move, but, well, he suddenly says, don't move, but.
Yeah.
And this was about a week or 2 weeks ago. I looked down like this, and I'm not kidding. Like, oh, yeah, gargantuan kind of tarantula.
Yeah,
almost.
yeah.
It was big, though. It was like that. Crawling towards my face. I swear it was crawling like this. So can you imagine the panic?
Yeah.
Literally panicked. I was screaming. The top came off. I was like, I've never worn that top since. No, in fact, I
Spider's
might burn
probably
it.
still in there, isn't it? From
I'm
what
gonna
you
burn
said.
it. It was literally, I was traumatised, Ben, I'm not going to lie. It was to see it on you, crawling close towards my face.
Oh, makes me shiver thinking about that.
Scary, Ben.
Well, let's stop talking about spiders. You put yours outside so it could go about its business, says Caroline Hanley, so that's good. Gilmore says, Ben, forefinger you've got. Can't stop at just one or two, though. Lol. No self-control, I know the feeling. I sent a Holly and Frank picture in. It's been a while, says Hilary. We shall certainly look at that in just a mo. And I love watching Sheena too. She provides such helpful information, says Trish Lestelle.
Thank you. Oh, thank you. Thank you kindly. So pop that in there,
So
run that through.
We're die cutting this now, yeah.
Sorry, dye's on there now.
dye,
Yeah,
yeah.
just a little bit of the low tack tape, popping that through. So you can either cut it out then paint it. It doesn't really matter which way you do it. And then hopefully, we should have this little guy. Oh, I've put tape on him. Oh, the tape's moved. Oh no, we're okay, we got away with it. Phew. I like building the drama up, but it's just a little bit there that came off. The tape, that's why when I'm really careful to just put it on the edge, especially if you've coloured it, which is why sometimes you're better off cutting it out and then colouring it, just in case you spent all this time colouring in your masterpiece.
Yeah.
And then something little like that happens. Now, it's so small, I could just use the tiniest little bit and just cover that over and you wouldn't even know. So I can live with that.
Yeah.
So this little thing's going to be stuck on there, just off-centred like this. So you just see that little bit of gold on one side, and it makes all the difference. So I need
Perfect.
to get the, in fact, this tacky glue will work. That'll work fine. Pop a little bit on there. And then we'll stick that together. So that was a really quick, simple one, wasn't it? It wasn't a lot of colouring in on that one, which is nice to be able to give options for people who are,
Yeah.
if you're not super confident with your colouring in yet, but you just want to do something small,
Yeah.
the rest of it's all dies and things on this card. So that little thing can go just here and it would look good, I think, 3D'd, don't you think? But
Yeah.
for now, we're just going to stick it down.
I love it. We'll stick all this together. We've got some pictures coming through, which we're going to have a look at in just a second. And grab this. And we're very busy for this box, actually. A lot of people shopping. We'll give you opportunity to get yours in just a little while. But many, many people have purchased this evening. So thank you so much, everybody. Lots of people stop talking about spiders. Come on, everybody. What are you doing to me here? Trish says, yikes, me no likey spiders. Me no likey spiders either. I don't mind a daddy long legs, though, to be honest with you. I pick up, if a daddy long legs is flying around the living room, I will catch a daddy long legs, bare hands, and chuck it out.
Ooh.
Spider running up the wall, no chance.
I don't like daddy long legs either.
Oh, I'll catch them.
They're like flying spiders.
Yeah, I don't mind them.
Yeah, you know, like those Martian fighting machine spiders. You know, like the
Martian
ones on,
fighting machines.
Yeah, the ones with tiny little bodies.
Yeah.
And they're like, ooh la.
Yeah, yeah.
Or the world ones with the he owls. Yeah, don't mind those as much.
No,
But they're
it's
but
the big
meaty
spiders
ones.
with the big hairy
Yeah, no,
legs.
this
I
this
can't
one that was
sort.
crawling on me was like meaty. It looked like it worked out.
Yeah.
It beat the gym, this one.
Yeah, it definitely had to be like a glass and a bit of card to try and slide it underneath to catch it.
Well, the thing just got thrown out and then Maria rescued it. If it was me, I'd just like leave that room, never use it again, thank you very much, and move out and let the spider have it.
Amy O, right, this is the last one now because this is horrible. The scariest spider story I have is finding a lumpy looking spider in my bathroom. I sprayed it with bug spray and all of a sudden tons of baby spiders ran in all different directions.
Baby spiders, no, that's the stuff of nightmares.
That's like arachnophobia, that, isn't it, the movie? Right, let's stop now. Can we talk about unicorns or something? Or ice cream, maybe, or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm fine with ice cream. I have plenty of happy ice cream stories,
Yeah, me too.
What's your favourite ice cream flavour?
Oh, Nicola likes chocolate. I like a raspberry ripple.
Do you?
Mint chocolate chip for Jamie.
I should go
what's
for the
yours?
exotic ones. If there's
yeah.
anything that's a bit unusual, I'll
Like
go
what?
for that. Well, I do like well, any of them, to be honest.
Any exotic?
Any. I'm not bothered, yeah. Any of them, they're all good.
I do like a classic vanilla or like clotted cream ice
I
cream.
like a
as well, if
coffee
like-
ice cream.
Coffee, okay.
And I'm not that keen on coffee. I've kind of gone off coffee a bit, but I'm liking a coffee ice cream. Yeah.
Like you say, I mean, any ice cream really.
Yeah, you can't lose, can you?
Our Susie likes strawberry cheesecake ice cream.
Yes,
That's
that
nice.
too, lovely.
Mint choc chip.
Pralines and cream ice cream, that's a nice one. Lovely.
Always remember me nan, bless me nan, she used to have a rum and raisin was her favourite.
Oh, rum and raisin's
Rum
a
and
classic,
raisin
isn't
would be
it? I
Nan's
like a rum
favourite.
and raisin ice cream. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a good one. I'm toying with putting that there. I think that'll look good there.
Doesn't
I'm liking
nice.
that there because then I can just trim it off, can't I? I can do that. Just to show you how you mix it up, because you can see with or without, better with or without. So we'll pop that there. Just think it looked better tucked behind there a little bit. I want enough outside the cord to trim, if I can. I think there, like that. And then I'm just going to trim that
Oh, yeah.
like that. And I'm going to do the same this side.
I keep thinking, whenever you show this stave, you know that stamp you've got on your Day of the Dead with the trumpeter?
Yes,
like that. I feel
exactly.
like that musical stave would
That'd
almost
be
be coming out at the end of the
perfect.
trumpet.
That would be perfect, and these little notes and things would work
Yeah.
a treat, wouldn't it?
Would work so well.
Yeah, so there's another one. So you can see how you could use it, play around with it. It looks really lovely without it, or you can just, if you've got little bits like that, add it with it and whatever. So there you go. Couple of options. Shall we get ready for another one?
Yep, we're going to have a short little break actually, and this is it better now. I can see comments about ice cream, not our eight-legged foes. Trish Castell says butter pecan. Yum.
Nice,
Is that
lovely.
Oh,
Definitely.
what's that other one I like pistachio?
I knew you were going to say pistachio
Yeah,
then.
nice.
Yeah.
Jinx.
Oh, like that.
Hillary loves a mint choc chip, standards. Ruth Miser says, Ben, I got my sis giving me room service of a few scoops of Madagascan vanilla ice cream. That sounds
Oh, yeah.
posh.
Nice. Good vanilla. It's really good, yeah.
Sherry Miller says, Baskin Robbins, love
Yes.
potion number 31.
Ooh, I love Baskin Robbins sherry. I remember
is
Baskin
that,
Robbins
ice
back
cream?
in the day, but I haven't had that Love Potion one.
What is that? Is it ice cream?
Baskin Robbins, yeah,
Like
it's
Ben and
30
Jerry's?
odd flavours it used to be, and it's just ice cream shop, and you just have lots of different flavours to choose from.
Rum and anything good. Rum and anything sounds good, says Trish. Cookie dough says craft with grace. White chocolate and raspberry is at number 31 with chocolate chips in it apparently.
Oh, I love cookie dough ice cream, yeah, that might be one of my favourites.
Thank you also to Lisa P, who says, lol, there was a big unicorn in the shower the other day. Thank you, Lisa P. We like to hear that. Yes, unicorns, not spiders. Carol Willis, when we come back from the break, I will show you everything that's in the box, because seeing as you've requested it so lovely, and we will have a good look in all of the papers and everything in there for you. We'll also come back, squeeze in another quick demo with Sheena, and I believe too, we will be having a look at a few of your pictures. I think we've got both crafty pictures, and we've also got some of our little furry friends to show you too. So let's get into the checkouts. Don't forget, everyone, jump in, grab that Perfect Harmony collection, and if you are shopping on the website today, you've got those 2 codes to choose from up until Halloween. You can type in trick, you can type in treat, and you will get a discount code. What will that code be? Well, you tell me. Check out now and let me know, because I don't know. I'd like to know. We'll meet you back here in about 4 or 5 minutes.
Wow, what a party! We really rolled out the red carpet and put on a show this year, didn't we?
I'm in love, with the rock block. What's that?
It's another chef's kiss.
Thank you so much to everyone for making our 19th birthday the absolute talk of the town.
You
Absolute Torak!
We love bringing the bright lights of Vegas to your living room, and we hope you had a spectacular time celebrating with us.
So make sure that you come back next year for even more craft and fun.
And that leaves us with just one thing to say to our wonderful crafting community.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
My day-to-day life is pretty busy in work. Literally, I get in the door, I check my polls, I then check what I've got to demo, I then get everything ready, and it's just busy, busy, busy from there. I have a meeting with the producer, the director, we get then sorted for the show. Talk to the presenter, and it depends what side I'm on. I mean, sometimes I'm doing the presenting side, sometimes I'm doing the demonstration side, and I love both. It's actually who I get to work with. Yeah, I can't say no more than that other than anybody that works here. We are a big family. We're so super friendly. I love Ben. I love it when we work together, and I don't mean that I don't love anyone else. It's that Ben is the presenter and then I'm demonstrating, and we just have this great rapport. Same with Craig, same with Deb, same with the whole team. So yeah, the best part of the day is just getting to work with the best people in the industry. Oh, a night out. In the morning. Oh, none. I only drink water. Oh, well, I'm cutting out sugar, so it's got to be savoury. Masterclass. Oh, I can't leave the house without my lips. Oh, I love a baked potato. I relax, so I literally drive home normally and then I relax.
I like to get up, chill, relax, get a cup of tea, then get myself sorted. And if I'm presenter, I'll write all my notes. If I'm the demonstrator, I'll get my prep out, have another look at it, make sure that everything is the way it needs to be for the show, do the show. Then what I'll do is I'll grab something to eat. Then have another look at the sheets again, making sure the next show's all good to go. Then we do that show. Tidy. I always like to make sure that the area is nice and tidy, either for myself the next day or whoever's in. Jump in the car, head home, quickly what I need to unpack, and then I get on that sofa as quick as I can. As soon as we go live, I love that within our live shows, I always get the butterflies. As soon as we get that countdown in our ear that we're just going live, butterflies kick in, and within about 10-15 seconds, I'm going. Butterflies have gone, and we just enjoy the show. Early riser. Oh, shower in the morning. Tea. Oh, savoury breakfast. Masterclass. My mobile phone. Oh, anything with chicken. Currently, it is the weekend, Blinding Light, and it has been for about a couple of years. Love it. Apart from jumping in the car, on the sofa, watching TV.
Hungry now, you were talking about ice creams. We stopped talking now, though. Julie Palmer says salted caramel, nice. Neapolitan, says Brenda. Solid choice, that. Bubblegum flavour, says Sparkly Sue. Don't know if that really floats my boat. Bubblegum flavour?
Bubblegum, not my favourite.
Mocha almond fudge or coconut pineapple, says Fred. Nice. Lenore says, I've never tasted an ice cream I didn't like. Mary Shaw says, my favourite is cotton candy ice cream. But it's only available during the summer at Baskin Robbins. DQ does a cotton candy blizzard in the summer too. I have to work out twice as much during the summer. And this is brilliant. I mean, this is obviously a thing. Jessica Stricker says, Chubby Hubby from Ben and Jeremy.
Chubby Hubby, cool, yeah.
Chubby Hubby.
I haven't tried that one.
Susie says it's sweet and salty. She says it's a good one, sweet and salty. Chubby Hubby.
Chubby Hubby.
A butter brickle or butter brickle or pralines and cream for me, please, says Rosalind Russell.
Pralines and cream, lovely. Classic.
Jane Adams says Jamocha almond fudge ice cream Oh, there we go. Fireworks going off already. 'Tis the season and all that. And Sarah says peanut butter and chocolate. Let's just show. So I'm going to show you in the box. I also need to remind you of this weekend what's coming up as well. But before that, let's have a look at some pickies. It's the Holly and Frank show.
Oh,
look
they
at
are
these
super
two.
cute.
They're watching us. Look.
Oh.
So there's Holly the collie, who always says hello to us.
Oh, Holly
and then
the
her
collie.
best friend Frank.
Frank's cute as well. Frank's really, like, they're focused on that. Willow doesn't watch it, telling me brother's cockapoo is absolute telly addict. I think he's
Really?
reincarnated from a telly addict. He watches, yes, everything.
If you tell Molly Collie to watch, she'll get fixated if there's other animals on TV. So she loves stuff like the Yorkshire Vet.
Right.
She'll watch, or like
Yeah.
dogs behaving badly.
Yeah.
She hears a dog bark on that, she'll then become fixated on the TV.
Oh, does she not bark at them, try to
No.
send them back? Willow does. That's
Does
the only
she?
time she'll, if she catches a dog, then she thinks like, I'm in the living room, that's it. And she'll like, you can look, she stiffens and you look like you could pick her up from her nose and her tail.
Yeah. Molly's almost a bit like, well, look at those naughty dogs barking. I never do that, you know.
Yeah, really.
Amy Ort, thank you for your card that you sent through here with this very collection. So that's
Oh,
absolutely
lovely.
beautiful.
Nice.
Like you said there, Sheena, she's obviously just double cut that stave and extended it to create
Exactly,
that
it
front.
looks good, doesn't it? Continues nicely.
And
Pretty.
then Linda's created a concertina card here. This is incredible.
Oh,
I love
wow,
that.
yeah, got all the instruments there. Really good for a music lover, isn't it?
Love that, Linda. And then we head to Buckinghamshire for this next card. This was your craft along.
Craft along.
Well done,
nice
Rebecca.
one. Yeah, I love it, Rebecca. Fabulous. It's just so pretty, isn't it?
Absolutely. Thanks,
Fab.
everybody, for sending those
Thank you.
pics in. We appreciate that. Let us quickly, because I know Carol asked, I want to quickly just go through the box again for you so you can see everything that you're going to get, show you a few cards, and then I'm sure Sheena can quickly show us one final demo before we finish in about 15 minutes. It's flown over this show, isn't it? It's absolutely flown. So, in your box, you are going to get a lovely selection of beautiful papers. So all of these papers contain musical notation, contain beautiful florals. Some of these are upside down and back to front, but you get the kind of idea of the beautiful designs that you're going to get in here. I absolutely love this. There's that grand piano that Sheena used previously. You can obviously snip into this as well if you want to snip into these pieces, but then again you reverse it, and then you've got beautiful B-sides with the musical notation. You've got loads of different instruments through these papers as well. There's your little trumpet. This is, if you know anyone who loves their music, or if you yourself are a music lover, I just think this has got to be an absolute must-have collection to go for.
I think, most people relate to that, because even if you're rubbish like me and don't read music, don't play an instrument, and have maybe one note on a good day, I still love music. Like
Yes.
it just carries like the story through my life. There's it's the backing story through all the decades, and I would be lost without music. So,
and I also feel as well, like, we do a lot of collections, don't we, of flowers, collections of butterflies. There are not many collections, certainly for us, that are solely dedicated to music.
absolutely, and look at think about it. It's music's like in everybody's life, isn't it? Yeah.
So it's a beautiful set, 24 double-sided papers, then all of that linen cardstock as well. So you're going to get 18 sheets of the linen cardstock. And again, what's so really, really nice about this is that you don't have to go very far to find the colours that are going to match perfectly within this set for all of the different papers, because we've done it all for you. So it really does make it like a one-box wonder as far as your papers and cardstock are concerned. On top of that, you're also going to get in here so much for the price tag. It's incredible. You've got your 2D embossing folder there, which is your music notation, so your musical notes. You're going to get a lovely set of dies and stamps here. This one is called the Music in My Heart. So you get all of your different notes that you can individually die cut in black, or gold as well, whatever, if you want to layer those up. You've got the music die, and then the stamp sentiments to make your sentiments. So you are the music, make your own kind of music, etc., etc. Then you have got this beautiful edgeable, which is that musical edge. You've got loads of instruments in die form as well. And what's really nice about that is if you flip it round, you've got your grand piano, you've got your harp, you've got your treble clef there, you've got your bass clef, and then you've got your either cello or, we think, double bass. Stencil. So again, all of your different instruments there and musical notes. You've got a beautiful damask stencil in there as well. You're also going to get a lovely set of stamps. Once again, this is the one that Sheena used on previous projects. So the bow, the violin, covered in the florals with more florals and some lovely sentiments. So Sing Like No One Is Listening and In Perfect Harmony. Then you've got another stamp set which includes the beautiful big bass drum. Banging on a big bass drum. What a picture, what a picture.
Singing in the family.
Album. And then you've got some notation in there as well. Notation, you've got sentiment. So dance to the beat of your own drum, and the tempo is whatever you say it is. And then lastly, and again, if you want to recreate Sheena's previous project, this is the set you need. So you've got the dies there for your trombone, French horn, guitar, and clarinet. And then you flip it around. There's the stamps to use alongside them, plus another couple of sentiments as well. Forget your trebles, don't fret, and you're a classic. And very, very quickly, I realise we're running out of time, just a few projects there that the team have made just to highlight all of the different things within this set. I think it's brilliantly priced. It's £27.99. It's $27.99, so pounds or dollars if you're platinum. That is your price tonight for a brilliant, brilliant collection. One box wonder. Feel free to multi-order on this if you love it. We've got enough stock to allow you to do that, but grab it this evening. Before we go then, let's get one final quick demo with Sheena. We've got about 10 minutes, Sheena. What can we do?
All right, well, I thought we'd paint this drum and then just do a little bit of stenciling in the background.
Yeah.
So it's very, muted again. We're talking browns again, but I'm just going to take a bit of this warm yellow out of this little mini set I've made up here. And I'm just going to use virtually that yellow in its natural kind of, without anything mixed in it. And I'm just catching some of this metal work on the drum.
Yeah.
Because the thing is with metal work, it goes from dark brown to bright yellow to white. You know, when you've got a reflection on metal, it's incredible the contrast you get to try and get it looking realistic, like it's a shiny brass kind of, reflective metal on there. You've got to just have a bit play with it. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to pop a little bit of it, make an orangey colour, and pop a little bit of that on there as well. And hopefully it might give the impression of a high shine on there. So I'm just missing bits out and adding bits in, and we're going to put a darker tone in there as well. And then see what we get. That'll look kind of like it's high shine and high reflection. And then I'm going to mix a little bit of a brown with the burnt umber, a bit of a cooler tone, and pop a little bit of that in places as well, because you're going to get that darker area in there. So just as if there's just a highlight showing now and again, as well as this darker, and that'll just set that up so that we can then have a bit of a play and colour the rest of the drum in. But I just wanted that to hopefully look like it's got some shine and highlight on it.
Yeah, it certainly does.
It's just don't worry too much if you think, oh, it doesn't look too great at the minute, but when we get the drum coloured, that should work, pretty well. But right, so we've got that. So the next thing I want to do is take this this burnt umber again, and that's going to be the base for my the drum colour. I'm going to pop a touch of blue in it, a touch of the ultramarine, not much because I want to cool it down just a little bit, have it more of a kind of a cooler brown, and that'll just make it a lot more muted. So I'm going to start down here and just pop some and colour that whole base thing in there. And I can, while it's still wet, be brave and pop a little bit of blue in it while that paint is still wet, and that's going to give it a look of like a bit of shadow in there. And it's just a quicker way. We could do that, add that later, but because time's marching on, I thought I'd just show you the quick way to add that contouring wet into the wet paint there.
Yeah.
And so can you see how that now is coming together really quickly? And I'm going with the shape of the drum to contour it use the brush marks, the paintbrush marks, to reflect the curve of the drum.
Yeah.
So rather than straight up and down lines, covering that in, I've got my hand in there. I'm going around with that, and just little shadows where they you know, where those little metal rods and things would be casting a little touch of a shadow.
Yeah.
That makes a difference as well. And you know what, if it looks a bit blue in places, don't worry about it. It'll look more fun and more colourful. You can always put brown on it as well if you want. But I just quite like that little, it just makes it more, like I think, more interesting than just a flat brown, because sometimes it can get a bit too browny, can't it? It's like another brown instrument with brown guitar, brown whatever.
Yeah.
So don't be scared to pop a little bit of fun colour in it here and there.
But I feel like, again, the outside of your drum can be whatever colour you want it to be, really.
Yeah,
they come in all different colours,
that's
don't they? So.
Yeah, definitely.
Can I just say well done to Susan, who says, I've just broken down and ordered this Perfect Harmony. And Carol Burns says, I think I need this Perfect Harmony now. I think if you know, after birthday, we appreciate you've all spent a lot of money, but, you know, if you're still looking to scratch that crafty itch, this is a great one to go for, because it's nicely priced. You know, you're not going to break the bank, but you get a lot of bang for your buck in here, Sheena, don't you? That's the point.
Yes.
You get a lot of dies, a lot of stamps,
in it.
papers.
I think they're amazing, these kits. They've come on so much. They are just so value packed and full of inspiration and played possibilities. So I'm just going around this here, Ben, with that darker kind of neutral greyish colour I've mixed, just to give this a little bit of a look like that. There's the skin on the drum is just like that, and you can warm it up again if you want, but just get that base colour. But you can see how I've speed painted this already, but it's coming together. But I'm just aware of, I don't know how much time we've got left, Ben.
7 minutes.
7 minutes. Oh, we've got more than I thought. We're all right. We can do a little bit. And what I'm going to do is just put a little bit of a shadow behind these florals and things.
Yeah.
Because they would cast a shadow. So even before I stamp those, I'm doing that there, like this, and then just use the brush just to kind of like blend them out a little bit. And if I want to warm that up, I can. This brown here, I can go over that, but I'm going to let that dry first and do a little bit of the foliage now, the flowers, because that's when you'll see them pop out. In fact, what I'm going to do, I'm going to put that shadow in as well. Seems we've got this neutral meh colour going on. I might say meh, pop that under there, and that grounds it. So you definitely want that on there. Be brave and do that like that. And then add a bit of water to it and just drag it out a little bit. And it just makes it look like it's of the earth. It just makes it, really grounds it. And you see already without the pretty pink in there, it's looking pretty cool, I think.
Very cool, very clever.
It'll look much better
colours.
when we get those pretty flowers into the mix as well. So
can I say thanks to Sarah, who says this is a beautiful collection. The collection's really good value, says Little Bear. And Amy Johnson says, where does the time go? I love it. When Ben and Sheena break into song, it reminds me of myself and my children. We can't help ourselves. We're kindred spirits.
We can't, absolutely.
And Kathy Myers just said, thank you, Sheena, for all of your tips and tricks, says Kathy.
Oh, thank you, Kathy. I have no inner monologue, so, you know, might as well be doing something useful and talking about, or you will get song lyrics and stuff like that. So at least it's relevant when we're, you know, I'm crafting.
Yeah.
So I'm just pop that in there, and then I'm going to just make it easy and just put little bits of the undiluted paint. So it's the same colour, but I've just dropped a little bit of that stronger colour in there. I'm not going to paint every petal. I'm just putting a wash over it with the paler stuff.
Yeah.
Like that, just for speed. Because I am speed painting now. Yeah. And then I'm going to take this and just pop a little bit, just, you know, random bits like that. And then we can you can tone this down a little bit less pink, but I quite like that really vibrant pink there. And you can see how different the colours look. You know, just a slight, you still think it's a brown, but it's a different kind of brown to the other one. And, but it still works, yeah? I'm going to pop that little dark under there because that would be a shadow under there. And then the green, I'm going to take some of this gorgeous, bright vibe. It's a cool green, but it's definitely on the cool side. But I want to warm that up with a little bit of the a yellowy kind of warmer green first. Mix that in, pop that on there.
Little Bear says you could add initials to the big drum to personalise the card. You absolutely could. Yeah, if you've got someone in a band as well, you could put their little logo on the front, couldn't you? Paint it on, write it on. And Carol says, I've just ordered this, Sheena. Sheena has just made my mind up for me, so well done, Carol.
Thank you. Cheers. It is a lovely set. It is really pretty. And then we've got them there. And you can see how quick that was. And what I would do is I'd warm the drums up a little bit. Now, watercolour would be best if you let that dry a little bit.
Yeah.
Because you really do need to, if you paint wet into wet, it's going to be a bit splodgy, a bit blotchy. So best to let it dry, but we haven't got loads of time, so I'm just going to see if I can just warm that up just a touch.
I reckon you've got 2 minutes, because I'll need a minute at the end.
Whoa. At least.
It's on my rider. Give me a minute at the end of the show, I always say.
Okay.
So, you know, don't eat into my minute, Sheena, whatever you do.
All right. I'm not then, Ben. I wouldn't dare, Ben. Wouldn't dare.
No.
There you go, Ben.
When are you back, Sheena, says Carol? Or back
week.
on air anywhere?
Next week, yeah. Back next week, yeah.
And Hobby Maker tomorrow for our
And
UK
Hobby
viewers.
Maker tomorrow, yeah. I've got to drive back tonight and then Hobby Maker, so that'll be interesting.
Do you know your show times tomorrow yet?
Yeah, 2 o'clock.
Yep.
And I think it's 7 o'clock.
Okay.
So nice, good long day tomorrow. And yeah, so what I'm doing, I'm just popping a little bit of this white. I mean, take a bit more time on this, but if you want that to look like it's reflecting a little bit more, just a few bits on the lighter bits of this, and then I'm going to say that's done.
That is marvellous. I feel like you should finish this demo with a ba-dum.
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody, for the lovely comment. Music touches the soul and connects all people, says Amy Johnson. That's why this collection, I think, is going to be a collection which a lot of you, if you haven't already bought it, will be jumping in and checking out at the end of the show. This would make a beautiful picture for a wall, says Susie C. I think it would. I think you find, you know, with a lot of hints and tips that Sheena brings to you, a lot of the projects that she does would look great as cards, but also just look great, you know, to put on your wall at home, frame them up, piece of home decor. Brilliant. Amy O says, Sheena is so talented. I wish I felt more comfortable painting. Stick with us, Amy O. Stick with the Sheena shows and you'll become more comfortable the more you watch Sheena and pick up the hints and tips. And Carol Ann Hanley says, we need more Ben and Sheena shows, please. Thank you for that. We always enjoy working together. We're back together a week on Wednesday, and actually that's going to be a really fun day because the first show, a week on Wednesday, you've got Zig and Zag. She's booted me off the show.
Oh, she's a naughty little thing,
Can you have a word?
She's small but mighty, so you're not going to mess with her, are you?
I know. Well, that's the thing. When she told me, I was like, oh, whatever you want.
Whatever
I was like this.
Whatever you say, Zig. It's all right, Zig.
Yeah. So first show with Leanne and Sheena. Second show with me and Sheena. So you've got the best of all worlds there. But yes, thank you so much to you, Sheena. Enjoy Hobby Maker tomorrow, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you. I'll be there, and yeah, tune in.
Yes. 2 and 7 for our UK viewers. And I think you can tune in the US as well, can't you? You just can't shop. So make sure you tune in, support Sheena over on Hobby Maker. I'm back tomorrow with the Barnsley Bombshell. D. Rob is in the house. We have got a craft along for you and also a launch party show, which is going to be a lot of fun. But massive thank you to all the team. Thank you to Jan today on the socials. Thank you to Superstar Susie on the socials. Thank you also to Jamie. Thank you to Sam. Thank you to Nicola. Thank you to Jake. Thank you to you all. We'll be back tomorrow for more fun and frolics. Until then, everybody, bye for now.